rescuers tunneled through the rubble of a collapsed apartment complex, trying to reach a woman believed to be still alive in the ruins 72 hours after an earthquake rocked Mexico City. A loud cheer broke out on Friday afternoon at the site in the southern neighborhood of Tlalpan, as rescuers said they had detected signs of life from the woman, who lived on the top floor of the first-story building. While the death toll from Tuesday's tremor nears 290, with more of half of them in the capital, rescuers have continued to pull survivors from the rubble. At this site in Tlalpan, 4 people were rescued on Thursday. 8 more were believed to be trapped in the rubble, although rescuers could only confirm that one was alive. The building collapsed like a sandwich, said Blanca Villafañez, a physician who spent 16 hours at the scene. We don't know where she is exactly, she added, explaining that the search was slow because if you removed the wrong piece of rubble it could crush any survivors. A search squad from Israel, among the 450 foreign rescuers from 19 countries, to descend on Mexico City, arrived in the afternoon to help. Many of the rescues received only cursory media attention, even though television stations had spent the previous days giving round-the-clock coverage to another survival story which eventually proved false. For several days, reporters suggested that a 12-year-old girl called Frida Sofia was about to be pulled from the ruins of her school. The rescue never occurred, and on Thursday, the Navy, which was coordinating recovery efforts at the school, admitted that they had no proof she existed. Misinformation and rumors are rife amid the destruction. In the capital city, at least 52 buildings were wrecked, while many more were deemed uninhabitable. Damage was especially bad in the fashionable Roma and Condesa neighborhoods. On Friday afternoon, the Mexico City mayor, Miguel Angel Mancera, said 3,848 buildings had suffered some sort of structural damage. The epicenter was about 40 miles 70 kilometers south of Mexico City on the border of the Puebla and Morelos states, where some areas were reportedly razed to the ground. In the city of Jojutla, nearly half of the homes were destroyed, and those left standing were severely damaged. Guadalupe Barrios, 74, surveyed the ruins of her shattered 3-story home. My eyes are tired of crying. My parents sacrificed everything to give us this house and now we have nothing. We are on the street, she said. Inside her home, 2 neighbors were attempting to salvage a heavy stone statue of Our Lady of Guadalupe which had somehow survived unscathed. It's a miracle, she says. The Virgin was saved. Within minutes of the quake, ordinary citizens sprang to respond, making human chains to remove rubble and haul survivors or corpses from the ruins. Donald Trump says Mexican workers are bad hombres, but they're heroes pulling people out of the rubble, said Villafañez. I've seen them risk their lives to rescue cats and dogs. Others donated food and medicine and opened their homes to those left without shelter. We've had too many hands helping out at times, said Natalia Briones, a university student volunteering at Collection Point in a park in southern Mexico City. But social media also buzzed with warnings that donations could be diverted by criminals or political parties who are routinely accused of plying voters with basic goods at election time. Mexico's political parties, most of which are broadly mistrusted, made a show of announcing that they would donate their generous public funding, roughly £2.7 to relief efforts, though that failed to quell the skepticism. People in general don't trust political parties, said Briones.